It's Thailand's national sport, a graceful dance deeply rooted in the culture of the kingdom. But it's also a vicious fighting art and regularly practiced by children.
I think it's 200,000 or 300,000 because a person is really popular.
But what are the dangers? After a 13-year-old was killed during a bout in late 2018, the practice of child boxing has come under the spotlight. And even if they win in the ring, a knockout blow later in life.
We as the academic person and see the result, we foresee the future of this kid. We should stop this thing.
It's fight night in the coastal town of Rayong. Everyone getting into the ring here is a child. Boys and girls, ranging in age from 8 to 16. They're Muay Thai fighters, Thai boxers. With its punches and kicks, Muay Thai is said to be the most vicious martial art and the most effective. The boxers here may be young, but they have the same focus and determination as professionals. Their bodies shaped by a grueling training regime, honed to make them fighting machines. Boxing is their life. The adults are in the audience, shouting encouragement, but they're not here for the boxing alone. This is a sport driven by gambling. As the rounds progress, the bookmakers take bets from the crowd. If one fighter takes more punches, his odds diminish. But the money keeps rolling in. Round by round, the betting frenzy increases, while the fighters in the ring focus on a victory by points, or better still, a knockout. Watching from the stands is 9-year-old PLEUM and his twin brother PLUM. He was on the card to fight, but his opponent pulled out. His father, who travelled with his sons to the match, was sent a photograph showing the other boy's injury. And the harsh reality for these fighters is making money. That's often not the case. The child prize fighter can be the only breadwinner in the family. It's 5 a.m. in the northeast of Thailand. After driving through the night, the boys are straight back into training. PLEUM and PLAP are both boxers, fiercely competitive inside the ring and out. But first, it's road work. They stretch the long journey out of their tired limbs. Then they set out with the rising sun on their usual route, past the local temple, the monks heading out to collect alms. In total, the boys run more than 22 kilometers every day, a half marathon. That's more than many professional athletes can bear. But this is about endurance and stamina, being able to go that extra mile. Then it's time to get into the ring. They belong to a small gym whose stable includes a couple of older fighters, but the focus is on the boys.
ก็จะซ้อมรอบเป้าครับรอบเป้ายกละ10 นาทีซ้อมคนละ2 ยกแล้วก็จะมีคนที่ไม่ได้รอบเป้าก็จะไปซ้อมกระสอบ
Do they wear head guards?
นักมวยครับไม่ได้ซ้อมไม่ได้ใส่ครับ
Isn't there a risk of injury?
จะเน้นให้ออกอาวุธมากกว่าสำหรับเทรนเนอร์ก็ออกอาวุธไม่ได้ออกอาวุธรุนแรงจะให้เด็กออกอาวุธกับเป้ามากกว่าฝึกซ้อมทักษะต่อยเตะแทงเข่าแล้วก็ศอก
But the boys are competitive. No quarter asked, none given. After the training, they get a quick break. All of this before most boys their age have even got out of bed. So why do they do it? Not surprisingly, both want to get to the top. And what about their friends? Then it's time for school. In their uniforms, wolfing down their breakfast. They seem just like two ordinary boys. But this is the exception, not the rule. The gym they train and live in is funded by a local businessman. His factory, pressing metal sheets for roofing, is next door. He employs the boys' mum and dad. The whole family's fortune is tied to their success. And he sees nothing wrong with taking in boxers so young.
แต่เด็กเนี่ยคือมันเป็นเด็กที่ใสสะอาดเลยเราเหมือนเราป้อนข้อมูลอะไรไปให้เขาบางคนทนเหนื่อยไม่ได้อย่างเงี้ยครับมันก็ต้องเลิกลากันไป
This is a business and the prize money goes to the parents. So to pay for the gym, he has to rely on a cut from the gamblers. This is a sport that runs, breathes and thrives on betting.
รัฐบาลไม่ได้มาอุ้มชูวงการมวยเขาอยู่ได้เขาก็ต้องอาศัยควบคู่กับคนเล่นการพนันครับเหมือนพวกตีไก่พวกอะไรอย่างเงี้ยครับชนไก่
At 3 p.m. school finishes. Kids come streaming out, their work done for the day. So what did the boys get up to? And how are they feeling? Some grab a treat on their way to the playground or off home. But not PLEUM. For them, it's another long run. About an hour in the blazing heat. It's relentless. Their bodies yet not fully grown, get battered in the ring and pounded on the track. They never utter a word of complaint, but their coach says he's always on the lookout for fatigue.
เวลาซ้อมจะต้องอยู่กับเด็กตลอดเวลาจะดูอาการว่าเด็กรับได้ไม่ได้นะครับก็จะถ้าเกิดว่ามันหนักก็จะเบาลงนะครับก็คือจะต้องประเมินตลอดเวลา
Back at the gym, more bag work. and PLEUM look very similar. They're identical twins, but they both have distinctive fighting styles.
คือเด็กทั้งสองคนนี่จะมีความสามารถต่างจากเด็กถนัดยอดเพชรเอกนี่จะถอยเก่งคือตั้งรับเก่งแต่ถ้าเป็นยอดเพชรโทนี่คือจะเป็นมวยบุก
This is really tough. These guys who weigh 20 kilos are really giving me a pretty good run for my money. Oh, wow.
The dedication the boys show is astonishing. Their whole lives are given over to training, sparring, and traveling to and from tournaments and competitions. How do they stay so focused? They both say they feel excited when they get into the ring for a major contest. But how do they feel when they're not so assured of victory? Don't they get scared? Mum and Dad are with them a lot of the time, but they're often on the sidelines. Don't they get worried when the boys fight?
เรื่องบาดเจ็บนี่มันก็มีนะแต่ว่าเราไม่กังวลเพราะเขาฟิตซ้อมอย่างนี้ทุกวันน่ะเขามีความชำนาญของเขาแล้วที่จะป้องกันตัว
And does the prize money make a big difference to the family?
เหมือนมันก็บางครั้งก็ช่วยได้มากแต่ว่าก็ไม่ค่อยได้เดือดร้อนส่วนมากจะเป็นฝากให้น้องเยอะมากกว่าบางทีเราหักไว้ 50% แล้วเขาไปฝากบางทีมันเหลือเยอะแล้วก็ฝากเข้าไป
เขาบอกว่าเขาจะทำบ้านให้พ่อกับแม่
And what about long-term injuries, especially after the death of a young boxer in the ring?
มันก็ต้องคิดเหมือนกันทุกคนนะครับพูดถึงกังวลนะแต่ว่ายังไงล่ะก็เขาชอบอยู่ของเขาเคยบอกเขาก็ดูให้เขาดูเหมือนกันนะที่มีข่าวมีคลิปออกมาก็ให้เขาดูเขาก็บอกว่าเขาก็เหมือนเขามั่นใจเขาว่าเขาจะไม่เป็นอย่างนั้น
They might be confident, but they shouldn't be.
they make this kid really disciplined, exercise, train, go to school, and they have to do everything. And they just talk to this kid that whatever you are doing is very good. It makes you a man, and you will be the person who really pay the gratitude to your parents because you earn the money for your parents, for your family, and earn yourself the educational fund to grow up. So this kid, when you talk to them, they're really proud of what they are doing.
Dr. Jiraporn has very different ideas about child boxing, a regular activity for hundreds of thousands of Thai children, especially those from poor rural families.
I think it's now 200,000 or 300,000 because at present it's really popular.
She's spent years researching what boxing does to a child's brain. The scans show quite clearly when compared to non-boxing children that over time there's a significant impact on brain development and growth. But the most disturbing discovery was comparing IQ tests.
And these are the most stunning. The non-boxer kids, they have 94, 94, and 95. From our boxer kids, less than 2 year experience, they dropped to 87 already, below low normal. And when they box for 2 to 5 years, it dropped to 86. And when they box to more than 5 years, dropped to 83.
That's more than a 10% drop in IQ.
And he saw it.
Barely enough to graduate from high school.
Gives you a thrill. Yes. I mean, that's the honest truth.
And these kids, they are the future of our country. They should be the one who have a healthy brain, healthy mind, and grow up to be a good citizen and be the fundamental basis of the country. But if you have this 200,000 or 300,000 kids with average IQ of 80 something, decreased memory, frontal lobe damage, parietal lobe damage, connectivity of the brain damage, but very good in combat skill. You think we get in the future of our country as the people that we should hope for? I think it's unacceptable.
But Dr. Jiraporn's findings have been ignored by the boxing industry. Having spent the last month training hard, PLEUM is in the ring tonight. The crew from the gym have all travelled down to Bangkok. And PLEUM is taking on the boy who pulled out last time.
ดีใจครับว่าได้ชกครับมั่นใจมากน้อยแค่ไหนครับ100%นั่นแหละครับ
The boy's parents are there too, supportive as ever. They know about Dr. Jiraporn's research, but they've never seriously considered taking their children away from boxing.
เขาพูดเขาก็มีโอกาสเป็นไปได้นะเพราะเขาทางวิชาการเขาก็มันมีโอกาสน่าจะเป็นไปได้แต่ยังไงมันเขาชอบอ่ะมันเลิกไม่ได้แล้วเพราะเขาก็เรียนปกตินะเกรดเฉลี่ยก็ปกติเพราะเขาก็ได้เกรดเฉลี่ย 3.7 3.7 กับ 3.9 อ่ะ
Then it's time for PLEUM to get into the ring. He looks prepared and confident. His opponent, however, is subdued and nervous. This bout has attracted 400,000 bahts worth of prize money, $12,000, a record for his age range. And PLEUM knows how to play the crowd. He's a showman. But his opponent has a plan. Instead of letting PLEUM display his strong kicks and punches, the other boy gets in close. He disrupts. It's a scrappy fight, fought over 5 hard rounds. Both boys get in some hard punches. And as the rounds progress, so does the intensity. PLEUM takes a couple of direct hits to the face. He's in danger of losing everything. But in the end, his persistence pays off. After a unanimous judge's decision, he claims victory and the all-important prize money. The ringside betting has been furious, and the gamblers collect their winnings. The prize money will keep both boys in the fight game for some time to come. Neither yet shows any signs of damage or injury, but the longer they fight, the odds are that they will. They're developing brains and bodies, literally having the senses knocked out of them over time. And regardless of their success in the ring, that's a very high price to pay.